Welcome to Fitz Factor, the show where you learn how to master the stock market with Dan Fitzpatrick, the stock market mentor. Dan is a savvy trader. He's featured regularly on Fox Business, CNBC, Investors Business Daily, and SiriusXM Radio. In this podcast, Dan shares his insights on trading, life, and attaining long-term success in the market.
Okay, everybody, what were we talking about?
Well, just talking about trading, just talking about, looking at the market and trying to balance, doing videos and trading our own account at the same time. And, Dan was sharing some pretty big wins with me and his ability to use some of his trading profits to allocate more to a certain other trade and then build that account back up. And I think that makes total sense to have your account broken up into different pieces to say, this is the part that I'm going to trade. This is the part that I'm going to hold on to. And sometimes having those in different accounts, in different drop downs, however your broker is set up can be really helpful, because then you're not thinking about trading that stuff that you said you're going to hold because it's in a completely different account.
Yeah. What I did, I was just telling Scott, I broke my trading account off and put, I think, a third of it, maybe 40%. I don't remember exactly. But I took that and I put it into a different account, part of our company's account, into Bitcoin. And that's not trading. I don't even have that open during the day, because if you look at first rule of Fitzpatrick's trading, if you look at something long enough, you're going to do something stupid. So I just don't even have it open. But then what my goal was, and I've achieved that, my goal was to build my remaining trading account back up to the pre-split level, which I've done. Now, mathematically, stuff like that, you go, okay, well, that doesn't make sense because this and that, and then you're taking a smaller amount, and then you have to get a greater return on that to get it back. What are you doing? Look, it's the way I do things. It just makes sense to me mentally and emotionally and logically, and it's part of where I come from, my personal journey in being broke and on my ass and on somebody else's couch, that I pay a lot of attention to money. And whenever I can get one thing to pay for something else, I'm all in. And so with that type of thing, I've just felt like, okay, I've had some really, really good gains in my trading account. Now, if I can take some of those gains, put it somewhere else, and then build back my trading account, which I've done, then mentally, I just got free money. I just had my efforts pay for something that now it's like, I look at it and like my cost basis is zero because I've already replaced that money. And it's just kind of I won't say it's a mental trick. It's probably a little stupid weirdism thing, but that's the way I look at stuff. And I like to have my efforts pay off. Now, in our normal work occupation, our lifestyle, whatever it is, if you're working, if you have a job, then you get paid every couple of weeks or whenever you get paid. Well, obviously, that payment goes to your rent or your mortgage, food, vacation, clothes, whatever it is. The point is, if you're in a regular job, you're taking that money on a regular basis and paying for your stuff. Okay, trading is totally different because you're not getting paid for your trades. You're just growing your account. It's all staying in the same place. I made a lot of money in this stock. Really? Where's that money? Oh, it's in my trading account. I just have a more cash than I used to. Okay, well, that doesn't improve your life. It just builds up your account. And then the problem is, and it inevitably happens at some point or another, the problem is then you take some losses and you're giving that money back. You're not giving that money back. It's just, what is your money? Your money's a number on the top of your trading platform that shows you what your account balance is or your net liquidity. So you made a bunch of money, meaning you grew your account. Awesome. You keep trading. And then you do maybe you just have some bad trades, some unfortunate things. Maybe you did something stupid, or maybe not. But then your account goes back down and you literally have nothing to show for the curve, for getting up the mountain and then falling down.
If you're getting value from this podcast, click the subscribe button and sign up for Dan's free daily videos at stockmarketmentor.com.
And I've done that more times than I would ever admit to you, because then I would lose all credibility. I've done it a lot. And I've learned that the way to get off of that roller coaster is take some money out of your account every once in a while. Depending on what your metric is, buy dinner or buy a Maserati, something. Go to the coast for a weekend or go around the world for a year, whatever your numbers are. But make some kind of a tangible benefit from your trading. Because if you don't, ultimately you're going to burn out. I'll tell you, because you're just going to be sitting here going like, why do I feel like I'm just a monkey looking at squiggly lines and clicking the mouse and stuff? You're just really, really going to burn out. And so don't do that. Instead, make trading improve your life. And if you get in the habit of doing that, I promise you it will make a huge difference in your trading results, because you'll kind of get used to it. It's kind of nice to be skimming money here and there. It'll make such a difference in your life and in your trading. And what I actually suggest that you do, if you can, it just depends on how consistent your trading is or how consistent you can make it. Schedule withdrawals on a regular basis. And I would say, I'm not going to turn this into financial management 1A, but you can go both ways on this scheduled withdrawals or scheduled deposits. But if you could get in the habit of taking on the first of every month a certain amount of money out of your trading account to do something with it. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, I'm going to treat myself. Look, maybe taking out that extra money every month is to make a payment on your mortgage or pay down your mortgage balance. Maybe it's to make a payment on something else. It doesn't have to be, hey, I'm going to go spend this money on fun. But if you get in the habit of taking money out of your trading account, you will start looking at trading as what it really should be, which is a way to improve your lifestyle, to grow your wealth, to improve your quality of life. That's one of the things that I've learned throughout my years of trading. And it's been a difficult lesson for me to learn because of, like what I'm doing right now. I'm spending my time talking to you. Like, this is how I spend my day. And so there's a lot more to my trading than just banging stocks and options around. And so it can be pretty challenging for me to be mindful that I do actually have a family and a life to lead, as opposed to a video to make or a trade to take.
Dan, I've heard you describe what you're talking about before as kind of playing a video game. If you don't pay yourself, it's just you're playing a video game that you actually don't get rewarded for. And so it's really important, I think, for everyone to have a set of goals, a list of goals that they're trying to accomplish with the money that they're trying to make. Even if you don't end up buying that thing that you're trying to get, having something to shoot for, a North Star of some kind, can really just give you that sense of accomplishment so that you can say, oh, I have the money now. Do I still want that thing? Oh, you know what? My priorities have changed. Now I want to allocate this money to something else. Now I want to build that generational wealth or start that college fund for my kids or, whatever it might be.
Well, you and I've talked about that with respect to you and what you're doing with your trading. And I know you're crushing it this year. Only way I'd be happier is if it was me that was crushing it instead of you. But anyway, I'm joking. But yeah, you totally get that, because you got a beautiful wife and a couple of wonderful kids. So it's nice when you're sitting there, in your cave doing your thing, that you can take some of that money and actually improve your family's lifestyle, do stuff, go on a vacation. Kids are out. Hey, let's do something fun. Nice to be able to afford to do that, as opposed to listen to Crystal in the other room tell the kids, oh, I'm sorry, honey, daddy can't do that now because he's really working hard. Sorry. It's nice to be able to have options.
Absolutely. No, and I do have a list of goals and a list of things that I'm grateful for that I review on a daily basis. And I definitely recommend people make that part of their morning routine.
Yeah.
Thinking about the things you're grateful for and then thinking about the things you want, but then idealizing it as in you have it right now. And then how would I feel if I had that thing right now? And then that kind of tells you if you really want it. But we're getting a bit off topic here, Dan, but we can go for hours about that kind of stuff because I know for you, goal setting and goal achieving is definitely part of your process.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. And we should, what I'd like to actually do, Scott, is I'd like to start doing podcasts on Fitz Factor, just you and me bullshitting about stuff. Sorry about that, bullspitting, kicking it around, stuff like this, because I used to be fascinated in trading with the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs of stocks and, oh, look at this chart and this and that. I've been doing it for so long that stuff, it interests me because it's kind of what you use to make money. But the fascinating stuff to me is what goes on in the head, because as each day goes by, I realize that you can know more about trading than anybody else in the world and still struggle to make money, because knowing how to trade is way different than actually trading the way you know how to trade because of this time is different mode, or, oh, I'll take a shot, stuff like that, or I can't afford to take this loss, so therefore I won't sell. And then the further the stock or position goes down, the more you're losing money and the less you can afford to take that loss until finally you're wiped out and you wonder what the hell happened. So these are the things that really intrigue me now. I'm writing a book. I truly am writing a book. And it used to be, I had planned to make it on like all of these different aspects of trading and this and statistics and this and that. And I'll have some of that in there, but most of it's really going to be head games. I could probably title the book Head Games. This is the stuff that's just really important, guys. I'm just letting you know, we can look at charts all day, but and we have to, you have to get a handle on that. But I mean, just stop and think about it. Let's be real. Is it really going to help you actually make money if you don't have yourself mastered? And I'll tell you right now, I don't even have to equivocate. No, it won't. You've got to know what the heck is going on up here and make sure that the circuit between the eyes, the brain, and the hand on the mouse and the keyboard, make sure that that's all dialed in. If you can do that, you got a great career and a great life ahead of you. I promise that.
Thanks for listening to Fitz Factor with Dan Fitzpatrick. If you like this, then you'll love Dan's premium service at stockmarketmentor.com, where you can learn how to trade stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. Click the link below and get access to real-time trading alerts, a community of traders just like you, and live training sessions each week. Get the trading edge that you need at stockmarketmentor.com.